Hi there. You can probably see my board in the back here, and this is actually a breakdown of a garbage job post that I found. Now, why is it a garbage job post? Well, I mean, there's a few different reasons. Is it because the compensation is way below average? Or is it because they are hiring entry-level software developers and interns with the exact same responsibilities, except one is being paid and one isn't? Or maybe it's that they specifically say they're targeting recent grads. And when you look at the compensation based on the area that they're in, and that they want you to come into the office, it's just not going to work. So let's dive into it. Today's sponsor is Scrintal, and that's what you're looking at on the screen right now. This is a great tool that I use all the time to visualize my ideas in a flow that makes more sense than if I just write everything down that I need to do or the topics that I need to cover. Sometimes you feel a little bit like Charlie from, It's Always Sunny, but it's kind of fun, and it's really helped me become more productive and way more organized. So I have this board left to right, basically, and we won't go over all of it. And if you want to try out Scrintal, then you can use my link in the description. When you come to the actual job post itself on Indeed here, see, they want to pay you $50,000 to $80,000 a year. So I went and checked levels. Oh, entry-level software engineer. This seems about where we should be. Or we can come over to Glassdoor where it starts to get a bit more confusing. Here you'll notice it depends on the title that you put. So for just a software developer with 0 to 1 year experience, you should be getting way more money. If we check entry-level software developer instead with no experience, it still says we should be making way more money. Now you also need a bachelor's degree in computer science, computer engineering, math, or another science to be able to make barely the entry level that you can make across the country. In California, where it's really expensive. In fact, I have a note about that here on the board. The overall cost of living there is 65% higher than the national average, and housing is 184% higher. When you go to the company website, this is when it gets interesting. You'll see they're hiring an entry-level software developer. Now let's look at their software development intern position. And I think the only difference is that one of them needs a bachelor's degree and the other doesn't. That seemed a little odd to me. I thought if an intern displaces a paid employee, you'd have to pay that intern because they're doing valuable work. These job responsibilities are basically identical. Now, I used AI to compare both of these positions with the laws in California, and this is what it said. Identical job descriptions and responsibilities. Both of them are developing new features. Shouldn't that be paid? The paid one targets recent graduates with a bachelor's degree, and the unpaid one targets college students specifically. It said legal concern here. If the intern is doing the exact same work as the paid employee, that could violate some stuff. And down here it said there was a red flag. If the intern is expected to meet the same qualifications as the paid employee, that signals the company values their contribution equally but isn't compensating them fairly. Now, the work location is in person, and you can see it's right downtown there. And this is where you get to park every day. And then while you're there, it's kindergarten. Yeah, I won't read all this, but if you want to pause the video, I did a breakdown of how expensive it is to live there and how much you'd have left just with basic bills. About $700 every month. And that's if you can manage to only have like these bills, which I think, since they require a degree, it's definitely going to be the student loan balance there. And then you have credit card debt and a whole bunch of other things. This is ideal scenario here. Then when you look at their Glassdoor reviews, there's only a few, and this person says there's literally no pros that he can think of. Just like going to work every day, there's no onboarding. I was working 80 hours a week on a $50K salary for 3 months until I quit. And this has 6 claps. And then this picture is from their Twitter, where they talk about how you can nickel and dime your tenants as a landlord to get more money. That's what we need right now. That's what we need. It's hilarious because in their description they say, requires a high level of professionalism and ethics. It's already difficult to afford to live. Haven't thought of these before? Here you go. Fees on fees. Great professionalism and ethics. And then for your benefits, they have all your classic corporate buzzword mumbo jumbo. Apparently, they're very particular about the people they hire. And when you look at the Glassdoor reviews, it says that you have to take a 50-question assessment about aptitude, where you do things like identify patterns and find their opposites. Didn't you just finish college and work your way up to being treated like a professional? Only to have to take some silly behavior aptitude test. Just give me a code test. Let's see what I can do. But it doesn't seem like that is what is important to these sorts of companies. World-class benefits. And when you look at them, they seem pretty standard to me. 401k, a flexible schedule for who? Paid time off. Wow, you can not go to work and still pay your bills. What's world-class here? Another day and another job full of red flags. How's job hunting treating you? If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button if you want to see me call out more corporate nonsense like this. And if you enjoyed it, click the like button. And thanks again to Scrintal for helping me organize this video. And if you want to check it out for yourself, you can click my link in the description. And if you have anything you'd like me to showcase on the channel, articles, videos, whatever it is, you can email, Instagram, Discord. I say this every video. It's down there in the description. Having said all that, I hope everyone's doing really well. And I'll see you in the next one.